132. Everybody else, well, the top drivers, they all take those tires to the end. So
he was only one of two drivers that did a two-stop strategy, him and Leclerc. Obviously, with Leclerc, it didn't work.
So post-race, James Vowles, Ruben's favorite engineer, right, on YouTube.
I know you find
the race debrief. He said to Lewis Hamilton that this one's on us. You did a great job, right? So the strategy got messed up. So to me, what that says is that their strategy, the original strategy, was to go longer, kind of similar to where Perez did. So I know we always joke about it. I think that the top person on the field, or on the on the track, as far as tire management, is Lewis Hamilton, and close behind them is Sergio Perez.
I agree.
So
the reason why Hamilton finished second was because he was able to manage those tires.
Correct.
Plain and simple.
The reason he was able to finish so close too, like he almost won the race.
Yeah, and you can see that just compared to the other Mercedes, Bottas, the reason why Bottas was struggling is because he couldn't manage those tires. That's why he wanted to go on a two-stop strategy, because he just couldn't make it happen, but Hamilton could.
So this is exactly what you guys just said. This is the power of having the other teammate qualify up close and be able to threaten the other team. Right. So Mercedes made the mistake of they had to pit Bottas. They didn't have to pit Hamilton, but because they have their eyes, I guess, they have blinders on their eyes towards Max Verstappen and whatever he's doing, and oh my God, the undercut is so powerful, they pitted Hamilton. That was the mistake. Whereas potentially, like I said earlier, their strategy was to leave him out there a little further, let him kind of finesse the tires to the point where he can do a one-stop race, and that may have been their fastest strategy.
Yeah, but they also didn't know how powerful the undercut was going to be here.
That's probably what freaked them out.
Yeah, because it was just one of those things where it's like you would expect it to be close, but he obliterated him. It was like a 3-second lead coming into the pits, and he obliterated that in his out. I think he was it was a second faster on the in lap and 2 seconds faster on the out lap. So that just obliterates the lead. And obviously it did, because he came out on, he came out in front of him, and he was able to, to take the lead at that point. And then, and he was just much faster, so that's why he was able to get on the new tires and come back through the field and win the race.
This weekend, Max.
Talking about Max.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. This weekend, Max did so many things, like you could point out. At one point, I think he did he took a second off in just a sector.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So he was doing stuff that you're like, what?
No, he's on his A game.
Yeah, exactly. This weekend he was playing, on.
And I think Lewis is on his A game too. It's just
always
that the car's not helping.
Yeah.
Not that the car's bad, but it's just that the Red Bull's better.
So Perez pitting on lap 24 kind of just creates that that sense in the back of their heads, like, oh my God, like, we can't do a two-stop strategy because his tires are fresher than ours and are still not off of the cliff. So I think that's where they had the issue with coming in for that second stop. I don't know if I'm making any sense.
Yeah,
no, you are.
Yeah, you are. You are.
To me, you are. Because it was like they really had to watch out on making that decision.
Right.
It better be the right one.
Right.
Whichever we make.
Why? Because it could go
we're gonna lose the race and lose places.
Right. It could be from a 1-3 to a 1-2 to Red Bull, and then that would have been just a complete disaster for them.
Yeah, and you have to. It's like you said. You have to be able to have the foresight to say, okay, if we pit in now, we're losing track position 1. Perez didn't go for the two-stop strategy, so what you're running the risk is that Perez just gets ahead of them if they pit, and he stays up there, and there's just not enough time in the race where they can catch up to him. And on top of that, they weren't as quick as the Red Bulls. So what happens is they pit both cars, or even they pit one of the cars, Mercedes I'm talking about. Perez is already ahead. They have better pace. They didn't have the same pace as Mercedes, so they would just run away with the race with the 1-2. Then you're left with a 3-4. you're losing more ground in the championship race.
Why didn't Mercedes, after all, just pit Bottas to at least go for the fastest lap? He was already on 4.
All right, so that was the other thing coming out of this, right? Bottas said early on in the whole thing, because he had pitted first before Max. He was experiencing issues because I think he had issues with the front wing that was giving him trouble with the degradation of the tires. He was screaming over the radio to pit him to get him on the fresher tires, and then at the end, why didn't anybody effing listen to me?
It's gonna be a 2-stop race.
Yeah, exactly. And somebody on Reddit specifically nailed it when he said he's almost complete with his transformation to Kimi. That was spot on comment.
It might be the next Iceman.
Just leave me alone. I know what I'm doing.
I know what to do.
Yeah.
Is it?
No, because he was already 4th, and there were the top 4 drivers, or the top 4 cars, were so far ahead of the field that he would have easily just made a pit stop and come back on.
Yeah, I mean, they should have pitted him for that point. I don't know why they didn't.
Because now you gave Max everything. Max now won the race and got the fastest lap.
He got the
trifecta. He got
trifecta.
the pole too.
He got pole, fastest lap, and he won the race. So
that's like Ruben every day.
Yeah, man.
What?
You're a winner.
Yeah, exactly.
Win at life.
So, speaking of Bottas, right? Hey guys, this is Wellington from the Jump to Start Racing crew. Before we start, I want to make sure to tell you to destroy that like button and to make sure to hit subscribe to be up to date with our episodes and clips. Please make sure to follow us on Instagram and Twitter. Our handle on both platforms is @JumpTheStartF1. See you there.